this video, I'll talk about survivor's guilt from the perspective of a suicide attempt survivor. This is Speak the Unspeakable, a series focused on suicide prevention through the lens of lived experience. My name is Scott Teichmer. I'm a suicide preventionist and a suicide attempt survivor. Now, I had mentioned in a previous video entitled, "Was My Suicide Attempt Failed?" that I felt a great deal of shame both leading up to and following my attempt. But in this video, rather than shame, I'll be talking about guilt. Survivor's guilt is defined as feelings of guilt that occur after surviving a life-threatening, traumatic event which others did not. In my case, the fact that I survived my suicide attempt is something that I'm extremely grateful for, but at the same time, I have knowledge of the many others who were not as lucky, who were in that same hopeless place that I was, but did not survive and did not get the opportunity to find hope again. When speaking publicly about my suicide attempt, the one thing I struggle with the most, aside from public speaking in general, is the knowledge that I'm very likely speaking to others whose loved ones were not so lucky. It's not fair, and I ask myself the question, why do I deserve to still be here while others are not? The truth is, I do deserve to be here. I belong here, just as you belong here, but the fact is that those who have died by suicide were equally deserving as well. Another aspect of guilt that I deal with is the social aspect of my suicide attempt. Not only the heightened pain and fear that it may have caused in others, but I also worry about the potential effects in terms of social learning and modeling of behavior. For most of my life, I've been rather introverted, so in terms of social responsibility, I often viewed myself as having a role in leading by example. And this view does have implications with regard to my suicide attempt. I truly believe that all people who are struggling with thoughts of suicide, with mental illness, with thoughts of giving up hope, that there's not a single person who is not worth fighting for, that you are worth fighting for. But I could not apply that to myself. I did not apply that to myself. I gave up on myself. And that, I lament, is the example that I set at that time in my life. I fear that my actions, my suicide attempt, may have unintentionally spread hopelessness further into existence. And this is something that I have still yet to fully reconcile. If there is a silver lining to this, it is that I am not speaking to you from a stance of shame right now. Shame, as I had mentioned in prior videos, can be life-threatening. What I am speaking of now is guilt, and it is a pro-social guilt. I want to make amends for those whom I may have unintentionally caused harm, and I would like to continue making amends every day for the rest of my life. This is part of what drives me, but don't be mistaken, this is only a small part. The factor of most consequence driving me, leading me to speak with you right now, is that I know the pain, I know the loneliness, I know the hopelessness that can accompany thoughts of suicide. And I want you to know that you are not alone, that your pain is seen, and that we will get through this together. If you can promise to hold hope for me and not give up on me, I promise I am holding hope for you, and I am not giving up on you. Together we are strong. There's strength in numbers. Let's speak the unspeakable together.
If you like this video, comment, click subscribe, and give a like below. Take a deep breath, now let it out. Roll your shoulders back and hold your head up high.